Remember when you were in your 20s? It felt like you had a metabolic superpower. You could go out for a wild weekend of pizza, beer, and late-night tacos, and by Wednesday, after just one gym session and skipping a single meal, you were right back to normal. The scale reset like magic. Your jeans fit perfectly. It was almost effortless, wasn't it? Now fast forward to today. You are doing everything right. You are eating the salads. You are saying no to dessert. You are on that treadmill 3 times a week, sweating through your shirt. And yet, the scale barely moves. Or worse, it creeps up despite your best efforts. It is maddening because you know you are trying harder now than you ever did back then. So what changed? Let me tell you something that might sting, but it is going to set you free. It is not you. You are not lazy, and you did not lose your willpower. What happened is that the entire game changed, and no one told you the new rules. After 40, your body stops playing by the old handbook. You are dealing with something I call hormonal noise. Think of it like static on a radio. When you were young, the signal to burn fat was crystal clear, but now that signal is jammed. Your body has switched from burning mode to protection mode. It is actively, aggressively guarding your fat like a dragon guarding treasure. And the most dangerous player here is visceral fat. This isn't just the stuff you can pinch on your belly. It is the fat wrapped around your heart, liver, and intestines. It acts like a parasitic organ, pumping inflammatory signals into your blood that hijack your metabolism and lock your fat stores tight. You aren't just battling calories anymore. You are battling your own biology. To understand why your body is hoarding fat, you have to look at how it handles fuel. Think of your body like a hybrid car. You have 2 distinct energy sources. The first is your gas tank. This is glucose, or sugar, which comes from the carbohydrates you eat. This tank is small. It fills up quickly, gives you a fast burst of energy, but it runs out just as fast. The second source is your massive electric battery. This is your stored body fat. This battery is enormous. Even if you are lean, you carry enough energy in your fat stores to power you for weeks or even months. In a perfect world, your body should toggle between these 2 sources effortlessly. When you eat, you use the gas. When you stop eating, your body should automatically flip a switch and start drawing power from the battery. But here is the problem. For the last 40 years, you have been driving exclusively on that little gas tank. Think about it. Breakfast, a mid-morning snack, lunch, an afternoon pick-me-up, dinner, and maybe a little something before bed. Your body has been flooded with fuel every few hours for decades. Because of this, the switch that toggles over to your fat-burning battery has seized up. It is rusted shut from disuse. Your body has literally forgotten how to burn its own fat. Scientists call this metabolic inflexibility. And there is a specific reason why that switch won't budge. It is a hormone called insulin. Think of insulin as a security guard. Every time you eat, your insulin levels spike to handle the incoming sugar. But insulin has a second job. It is a storage hormone. When insulin is present in your blood, it stands guard at the doors of your fat cells and bolts them shut. As long as that security guard is on duty, it is physically impossible for you to burn fat. And after years of constant snacking and processed carbs, your insulin stays elevated almost all the time. You are trapped in storage mode. You could be eating like a bird, but if your insulin is high, those fat cell doors remain locked and you stay stuck. So you decide to make a change. You start fasting. But then the first 48 hours hit, and frankly, they feel less like a breakthrough and more like a breakdown. The headache settles behind your eyes. A thick fog rolls into your brain, making every thought feel like it is moving through molasses. You find yourself snapping at your spouse or losing your patience over the smallest things. Your stomach gnaws at you and your brain starts screaming, "Stop! This isn't working. I feel terrible." I need you to listen closely. This is the moment most people throw in the towel, but it is actually the sign that you are finally winning. You have hit what I call the glycogen wall. You see, your body is panicking because that little gas tank of sugar we talked about is finally running dry. But since that fat-burning switch is still rusty and stuck, your body can't access its backup battery yet. You aren't starving. You have thousands of calories of energy sitting right there in your fat tissue. But you are currently in a state of metabolic withdrawal. This is a biological detox. Your brain, which has been addicted to a steady drip of glucose for 40 years, is throwing a tantrum. After 40, because of years of insulin resistance, this transition takes more than just a missed meal. You have to push through that discomfort for 16, 18, or even 20 hours. You have to be persistent enough to force that rusty switch to finally flip. Don't listen to the headache. Don't listen to the irritability. That is just the sound of your old, inflexible metabolism fighting for its life as you prepare to break through to something much better. Then, something miraculous happens. Just when you think you can't go another minute, right around the 16 to 20 hour mark, the clouds suddenly part. The headache vanishes. The brain fog lifts. Instead of feeling weaker, you feel a surge of calm, steady energy. Your mind sharpens to a point you haven't felt in years. How is this possible when you haven't eaten a single calorie? It is because you have finally forced that rusty switch to flip, and your body has just unlocked its most powerful internal pharmacy. First, it releases a flood of human growth hormone, or HGH. Think of HGH as your body's natural fountain of youth. It is the same hormone that built your lean muscle and tight skin when you were a teenager. After 40, your HGH levels usually plummet, which is why your skin loses its snap and your muscles seem to melt away. But by simply staying in a fasted state, you can spike your natural HGH by 300, 500, or even an incredible 1,200%. You are literally manufacturing your own anti-aging serum for free. While HGH is rebuilding your body, your liver is performing a second miracle. It begins converting your stored fat into molecules called ketones. Now, if glucose is like burning dirty coal, smoky, inefficient, and full of energy crashes, then ketones are like clean solar power. They burn steady and bright. Your brain actually prefers ketones. When your neurons start firing on this premium fuel, the middle-age fog disappears. But it goes even deeper than just feeling sharp. Fasting triggers the release of BDNF, which scientists call fertilizer for the brain. This protein actually repairs your brain cells and promotes the growth of new neurons. You aren't just losing weight anymore. You are upgrading your operating system. You are protecting your mind against cognitive decline and Alzheimer's. In this state, you aren't just a hungry person skipping lunch. You are a biologically optimized human being, running on the high-octane fuel you were always meant to use. While your brain is thriving on premium fuel, something even more profound is happening at a microscopic level. There is a silent process occurring inside your cells that is so revolutionary. It won the Nobel Prize in 2016. It is called autophagy. In Greek, autophagy literally means self-eating. Now, that might sound a bit strange, but it is actually your body's most brilliant survival strategy. You see, your body exists in two fundamental modes, growth or repair. When you are eating throughout the day, your cells are in growth mode. They are busy building, dividing, and expanding. But there is a catch. Growth is messy. It creates cellular trash, damaged proteins, broken mitochondria, and metabolic waste that just sits there clogging up your biological machinery. This accumulation of cellular junk is a primary driver of what we call aging. But the moment you stop eating for a significant stretch of time, you flip the switch to repair mode. Since there are no new nutrients coming in, your body sends in the janitors, specialized structures called lysosomes. These janitors scan your system for anything that is broken, old, or dysfunctional. They identify those misfolded proteins in your skin and those sluggish, inefficient components in your cells. They don't just throw this trash away, they recycle it. They break the junk down into raw materials to create new, healthy, functional parts. This is why people who practice intermittent fasting often see a glow in their skin. It is not just surface level. You are literally renovating your body from the inside out. This deep cellular cleaning is what helps your skin stay elastic and snap back as you lose weight. It is what flushes out the inflammatory triggers in your joints, easing those morning aches and pains. By simply giving your body the gift of time without food, you are allowing it to take out the trash that has been piling up for decades. You aren't just getting thinner, you are becoming brand new. Despite all these benefits, I know there is a nagging fear in the back of your mind. You have been told your entire life that if you skip meals, your body will start eating its own muscle. You have been warned about the dreaded starvation mode, where your metabolism supposedly grinds to a halt. Let's put those myths to rest right now with cold, hard science. First, let's talk about your muscle. Your body is far smarter than you give it credit for. Remember that massive spike in human growth hormone we discussed? That is your body's ultimate insurance policy. HGH is profoundly muscle-sparing. From an evolutionary standpoint, it would make no sense for your body to burn its functional muscle, the very thing you need to move and hunt, when it is sitting on a gold mine of stored fat. In fact, the real danger to your muscle isn't fasting. It is chronic calorie restriction. When you eat tiny, low-calorie meals 6 times a day, your insulin never drops low enough to unlock your fat stores. Your body stays stuck, unable to access its battery, so it is forced to break down muscle for energy. But when you fast, you drop insulin, spike HGH, and tell your body, keep the muscle, burn the fat. And what about starvation mode? Here is the truth. Your metabolism does not slow down during a fast. It actually ramps up. Because you aren't consuming food, your body releases noradrenaline. This is a form of adrenaline that sharpens your focus and increases your metabolic rate. It is an ancient survival mechanism designed to give you the energy and drive to go out and find a meal. True starvation mode only happens when your body fat drops to dangerously low levels. We are talking below 5% for men. If you have body fat to lose, you have a fuel source. Your body isn't shutting down. It is finally waking up, burning the dirty coal of the past and revving your engine for a leaner, stronger future. Now you stand at a crossroads. Imagine 2 versions of yourself 10 or 20 years from today. Path A is the standard road. It is a life of slow decline that we have been told is normal. In this version, the prescription list grows every year. Pills for blood sugar, pills for cholesterol, pills for blood pressure. You feel heavy, your joints ache, and that brain fog has become a permanent resident. You have accepted that getting old means losing your independence and your spark. But look at Path B. In this version, you are 60, 70, or 80, and you are vibrant. You wake up with genuine energy. Your mind is sharp, your body is functional, and your doctor is confused because your blood work looks like someone half your age. You aren't just living longer, you are living better. This isn't just about fitting into old jeans. It is about your health span. There is a profound truth you must remember. You don't stop fasting because you get old. You get old because you stop fasting. By choosing to step away from the constant abundance of modern food, you unlock the biological abundance already hidden inside you. But I have to give you a serious warning. You can do all the hard work. You can push through the headaches, trigger the HGH, and activate the cellular cleanup. But you can ruin it all in 10 minutes if you mess up the landing. How you break your fast is just as important as the fast itself. If you crash land by breaking your fast with processed carbs or sugar, you will spike your insulin so violently that your body slams right back into storage mode. You will douse your fat-burning fire with gasoline. To keep the magic happening, your first meal must be strategic. You need to know exactly what to eat to keep that metabolic fire burning even after you have finished your fast. The choice is yours. Choose Path B. Choose to flip the switch and take back control of how you age.